Well, I've been through I want to say multiple dash cams, and I have a Rexing that I currently am using in my 2019 that I brought over from my 2011, and got that hooked up. So I decided to get myself an update, and I got one here. It's a Rexing, but it's a V1P Gen 3, and it has built-in Wi-Fi, but it also has a rear-facing cam along with the front-facing cam. Now, some of the things it does, it has a 2.4-inch LED screen. It's wide-angle view, high definition, loop record, temperature resistant, whatever that means. It means it'll work in cold and hot weather, I guess. Auto on and off. Discrete design, which is, I agree. I had my car was basically broken into because I left the door unlocked for some reason. I think my key unlocked it when I put it in my pocket. But either way, the little hood rats went in and they went and stole everything, but they did not steal the dash cam, the Rexing, because they couldn't see it behind the mirror. So anyway, got lucky. Collision sensing, that's always a good thing to have. It does timestamp everything, and it is dual channel front and back. So that means with all that we're going to be doing, we need a decent card to go with it. And I believe this thing takes a 128 gigabyte card. So I have that, but not here with me right now. But I will get it installed. Get all the standard things. It's made in China and all this other good stuff. But you get the instruction, quick start guide, safety guide telling you not to drive and mess with it while you're driving. Little review. And if you do follow up with this, I guess you get something free. Not sure what you get, but you get an 18-month extended warranty after online registration. Hey, cool. So if you go on and register and give them all your personal data, they'll give you an extended warranty from 12 months to 18 months. And quite frankly, I figure if it's going to fail, it's going to fail in the first year anyway. But anyway, this is what we got. I'm going to say this one is bigger. This is bigger than my old one. And this here moves, which is interesting. So it's got a little, one thing when you put this on, remember to take this little plastic piece off of here. Yeah, it's got a little tiny plastic cover on it. Take that off of there. I can see me forgetting that and then leaving it on there, but yeah, got that off of there. Plug in, memory card goes here. Standard, if you got a Rexing, you'll understand these here. Mic, record, okay, and then the memory or the menu. And what else we got? Got a GPS connection that you can get with it. I do not have the GPS, so at least I don't think I did. I don't think this one came with a GPS. But we have one cigarette lighter or 12-volt power supply cord, and then we have another one right here, and then a USB and everything. So this one here is going to run through your car, all the way through your car to the back, and connect to this here that I can see, yes. So we got one connection right here, we got the power here, and then the other camera will connect right here. Right here is where the other camera is. So the power goes over here and the camera goes here. So you're going to have two wires running to this camera, and this one's going to run all the way to the back of your car, and going to be doing that. And then you got a USB charger for whatever reason. Got two 3M strips. You got two holders, and then you got the back camera here. So not sure why we got two holders, but I guess they give you another one in case you move it or something. So you'll actually have an extra one in case you want to move the camera someplace. So we got one that goes right here, and then they give you a nice little nylon tool to pry it off with. I think I'll just toss that right here in my toolbox with all my other ones. It's always nice to have new ones, right? Anyway, that works out good there. And then we got a bunch of these little stick-em-up thingies here that go to replace these, I guess. I don't know what you would do with these. I'll hang on to them because it looks like they're made to fit into here and lock in, and then you can stick it, you know, individually like that. So I'm not going to do that either. We'll just hang on to these. And I did clean this tape off of my other one, and I bought some of this remarkably similar tape, and I went and cleaned it up and I cut it to fit, and then I redid on my old Rexing, so I reused that, and I just cleaned this off with good soap and water, and I used a like a gum removing spray that I have to get all that gum off there and get it down to fresh plastic, clean it up with alcohol, and put the tape on it, and off we went. So that's how I did that. But we have to run this in here, and we'll hang on to that. I don't think I'm going to need that, but I will need this. This is what's going to power the whole unit, and this is what's going to drive the power and the signal back to this other camera here. So let's go ahead and see what we got here. Now again, they do have that one. This one has a red tab on it at least, so you got to take that plastic off of there too, so that you can stick it on, and you'll stick it on to the back, and you can adjust this right here to move the camera wherever you want it. It just clicks, so you can adjust it to whatever you want when you have it out your back window, and then you can actually see what you're trying to do when you're clicking out there. And it looks like they got it made just right, so it won't hit the window when we put it on there. One thing to be aware of, if you put this on here and you have heated rear window, you might want to make sure you don't put this on that tape, so position it carefully. That way you don't have problems. But this wire here will have to run through the car, and that's going to be the hardest part of the whole thing, is running that wire all the way to the back and then trying to position everything. So we'll go and do whatever we got to do and get this all hooked up. Well, I got the tape on there. I did use this utility knife to pry up that corner and just fold it back a little, make it easier. Did the same thing on the rear camera. It was easier to do it that way, and then pre-do it that way. When I get out to the car to hook it up, it won't be such a pain because I don't have big enough fingernails or small enough to get at that thing. But anyway, let's go ahead and start placing a few things and see where we're at. Just go ahead, and when you put this on here, just put it off to the side, and then when you go to put it on, you just slide it to the side and it snaps in. You can snap it back off if you want to remove it. So it just snaps in just like that. Well, I was slightly wrong on what card it takes. It can handle a 256 gigabyte. I got the high endurance card from SanDisk, and that's pretty much it. It says 20,000 hours, but then again, I got two cameras, so I figure it will take and use up space pretty quick. But it has up to 100 megabytes per second read, and it has a write speed of 40 megabytes per second, so it should do well, and it will loop all the time, so we should be pretty decent with this. And there you have it. As you can see, I got it mounted right in between those lines, so we're not affecting anything too terribly much. So we'll go ahead and run this cord, plug it right here, and run it down, like I said, to this area, and then back and over. Hindsight would have said, you know, pick your solution carefully. I wanted it on the driver's side, but in reality, probably putting it over on the passenger side would have been a better choice. Would have gave you more cord, but I got it to work. And all I did is plug it in, run it up and through. As you can see, it's not the prettiest thing in the world, but this is a work car, folks, so I'm not about pretty, but we got her all hooked up through there. And then I ran it up right here underneath the weather stripping over to here, looped it around the sun visor a few times, and I have enough cord now to plug it in, and I can shorten it up as I need to. And I'll put the dash cam over here, and so let's get that hooked up. I know some of you would probably just be in horror at what I've done, but just keep in mind I'm going over function, not looks, and the cords won't be in the way. And right there is the rear facing camera in the upper left, and then front facing. So got it all set up. Read the manual. I'm not going to go over how to format a card in it and everything. Go to the tool section, the menu, set it up for your recording, microphone, everything that you want to do, and get your card formatted inside of it, and then basically just set it up the way you want. I don't have it on ultra high definition, but I do have it on the next best one under that to conserve card space. So even though it's a big card, I don't want it rewriting that often, so I brought it down a bit, but I find that they're generally pretty decent. The date, you know, all that good stuff you got to set. Now, like I said, I looped it around there, and I ran the cord up through the weather stripping and everything. So it's right there. You can see it, but I'm not that worried about it. And I really don't monitor it while I drive, so I got the mirror in front of it. But I also find that it hides it a little bit. So when people start looking, they might not see it as easily, especially if they're, you know, my neighborhood has a few folks running around trying to steal stuff. They're in a hurry and they'll overlook it a little bit like they did the last time. But they will see the cord. And the other one, they saw the cords too, but then again, it's a little more on the difficult side to get to. So they're just basically open and grab. They're not looking to unhook a whole lot of stuff. Opportunistic at that. But do have it plugged in, and I can unplug it when I'm not driving it, or I can just leave it running and run the battery down. And that's the other option. If you want to do something differently, you can. But, you know, like I said, you know, I just leave it in the record mode. Generally, it starts up when I unplug it, like we do here. I think it remembers what I did last. So if I unplug it, it'll have a charge in it, and it'll stay running for a little while. Then it'll shut itself down. See? Just like so. And then if I plug it back in, it'll start back up. If it's anything like any of the other ones I had, here you go. You plug it back in, it starts up, gets everything going, and it automatically picks up recording, just like it is doing right there. So once you set it and you unplug it and plug it back in, that's pretty much how it all works. So this is how I did it. This is how it's going to be in my Edge, and I think you can probably see the cords in the mirror, how it's set up right over there. So that's how the cord looks in the back window, but I don't look out the back window that often because I look at the backup screen. So not a big thing. It's not in the way, and I think we're pretty good. But this is what I'm going to be doing. I'm setting up Blueberry for my work, and this is how I got it all set up. Alright, if I want to connect to the Wi-Fi, you have to go up into the Rexing and go into the tool settings and then Wi-Fi, and then hit Wi-Fi. Then you have to go into the app, which is Rexing Connect, like so. And then you want to connect to it once you get it paired up with the secret password, which is pretty simple. And then you can see everything, and it records. It shows you it's recording right in the top corner. So you have everything right there. You can go through the settings, and you can change all the settings just like you can within the Rexing itself. And then if you want to change the view, you can change the view so it's just the front. And then you can go just to the back, and then you can go to the back with the front. So you have a lot of different options that you want to do. And then return, or you can stop recording, and you just hit stop and it stops recording. And again, it's not recording here. So you can manually record just with it without it connected. So you hit return, and then you go back to there, and then you can go up here and hit record, and it'll just start recording too on the chip. So you have a different point. So when you hit Wi-Fi connect, then you have your recording still going, and you have it going here on your camera yet too. So you can dual record on the camera and on the app itself, and do that. So you can switch to a photo mode, and then of course that went there to connect, and then that caused it to stop. Now it started back recording again, so you can get pictures and everything else. So you can look at their videos. It stops recording.
You're gonna love this place. Great neighborhood.
And there's all your videos that you recorded, all there inside the app. And then you can look at your locked videos if you have any locked videos like I do, and unlocked. So you got a lot of choices here with the app going with this Rexing, and you can actually use it on your phone, which is much better compared to the old Rexing that I have. So a lot of different things that you can do, but it does stay connected. So all you have to do is get your phone in here and hit connect when you take off, and then you got everything you want, and it still records manually too. So not a bad deal at all. It's all set up. I'm definitely far more technology savvy now as far as all this goes, and I know you guys can't really see all that due to the glare, but yeah, I think it's a good thing. So we're all set. Now let's go back and check out how it looks while we're driving. Well, folks, that's pretty much it. Got this Rexing installed, so I got dash cam running, and I have my phone holder ready to go. I've loaded up Lou full of all my equipment and everything else that I need, and got it going. Or not Lou, gosh, hard habits are hard, you know, that's hard to break a habit. Blueberry is now my main ride. Lou, of course, is retiring. So Blueberry, gosh, I can't stop saying Lou. Anyway, Blueberry is now my new ride. Yes, Blueberry. And one thing I do like about Blueberry, granted, we have the Bammer, although I don't really like Bammers that much, but I do have adaptive cruise control on this one, collision avoidance and all that other stuff. So to me, that's worth it. I can go ahead and set the cruise, and she'll pace behind cars until it's time for me to pass, and then accelerate, and I won't have to touch the gas or anything. So that'll make it a little more convenient for me, because I'm so used to hitting the buttons on and slowing down, and this way I don't even have to do that. So looking forward to my runs here. I just have to get my Sirius radio plugged in and up and running. I think I'll do that here soon and terminate the contract with Lou, and then get Blueberry with it, because I like to listen to, you know, satellite radio while I'm driving. I hate hunting for radio stations. So you know, that's just how I am with that. But anyway, Blueberry is now the official road warrior, and I'm sure you'll all be seeing more and more of old Blueberry. And yes, Mom Osha does have the 2019 Lilu to drive, and that's the way it is. Mom's happy, I'm happy. So anyway, my feet hit the floor today. Having a great day. I want you to have a great day too. Band of One's got great music. Mercy Girl's always got something to say. And just check out some many extra footage I may have about what I did. But I'll post up some pictures of the old Rexing here at the end once I get on the road.